Hi Cancer, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at all things love. Okay, so checking in for you, seeing what's going on with love. All right, but please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Being such a small channel, every single like, comment, subscribe, it really does help out. So thank you so much. This week we have the Mystic Red Rose Love Oracle. I do have two Lenormand decks this week. We've got the Modern Lenormand deck as well as the Reynos do Fogo Lenormand, which is the Fire Queens deck. And I also have this week the Love Message Oracle. Okay, so getting into it for you, Cancer. Cancer, love and romance. General messages for Cancer with love and romance. What are the themes for Cancer involving love and romance right now, please? Themes of love for Cancer. Ooh. I'm only in the cards here. I'm only seeing one connection. But that first card is giving me there is an underlying connection here, Cancer. Can I get one card for the underlying connection for Cancer? The hidden connection for Cancer here, please. Yeah. Just interested here, Cancer. What exactly is going on? We'll clarify as we go. The first card I have here is the Hammer. Okay, sabotage and rebuilding, persistence and working on it and repairing. Okay, so I am getting here, Cancer, that this Hammer energy is very specific to what you're currently doing. You may have sabotaged a relationship in the past. You're trying to rebuild that. You're trying to work on it, trying to repair that connection. So it does feel like a little bit like reconciliation energy here with a karmic relationship. All right. But because I am feeling that's the Hammer energy, I am feeling an underlying energy with. So it's kind of like I do feel as though for a lot of you, there is a little bit of conflict here as to should I repair this connection? Will I be able to rebuild this connection? Is it worth the work? Or should I focus on this other connection in my energy, this hidden energy? It's kind of feeling like, kind of feels like, Cancer, that some of you are telling yourselves you're trying to do the right thing by somebody, but you're not necessarily doing the right thing by yourself. I feel as though this hidden energy here, I do feel as though that's more along the lines of your true desires here. Whereas this trying to rebuild this karmic connection is, what you feel like you have to do or should do. But there is this sort of secret desire within you to engage in this energy here, which this is key on a ring and Cupid's arrow, which does talk about, for some of you, this is, I feel like for some of you, this is more so the key on the ring. For others of you, this is more so the Cupid. So, but there's something else that, your desire, that's where you kind of, I truly want to explore this option rather than, the karmic relationship. Because I feel like deep down you do know where that karmic relationship goes. Um, you know, because, the karmic relationship card, it does say resentments and triggers, perception, intensity and letting go, turmoil and fleeting. So you may have a strong connection here with this person, but, it's kind of like you maybe bring out the worst in each other. And, it's your perception may be that you have to sort of hold on to this connection for some reason. Um, but it may not be. It's kind of this energy, a karmic relationship is more along the lines of there's a lesson to learn from that connection. Have you learnt it yet? It's kind of like, as soon as we learn the lesson, it's okay to let that relationship go. It's not necessarily a relationship that's supposed to be in our life forever. It's actually supposed to just teach us things about ourselves and about love. Even if it's, sometimes it's in the trigger stuff, it's in the negative stuff, the turmoil, the fighting, because we also have the dragonfly energy here, which is lighthearted and adapting, finding out and changing, things coming to light and healing. So there is this energy here of, you are supposed to learn something from this karmic relationship. Have you found out what that is yet? Have you changed those things that are not working in that connection? Because these are things, and it could be for the other person as well. You may be needing to teach them, something about love here. But like, does rebuilding this connection, is it just going to go around in circles? Is it going to end the same if we have or have not learnt this thing? Because I'm getting with the dragonfly energy, what kind of happens with that karmic relationship is, as soon as you learn the karmic lesson that you're supposed to learn from that connection, you change and adapt and evolve beyond the connection. And the connection is no longer, the intensity sort of backs off a little bit, and it's no longer, you kind of start to realize that this is not right for me. And maybe it is time to, I've evolved. And I'm kind of picking up for some of you here, I don't know which way this is going, but for some of you, it's like one of you is growing and evolving and trying to change and trying to do the work, whereas the other one maybe is never going to change. So maybe that for some of you, that, you can't rebuild with somebody who's not willing to do the work on their half of the thing. So we've got this underlying energy here, which is, for some of you, it's this key on a ring, many options, unconventional, one night stands, stringing along. So for some of you, it's this energy of, I want to go and, just explore love options and, have a bit of a player attitude towards love and whatnot. Just explore my options. We also have the Cupid's arrow energy there. Have faith, love is coming. Surprise invitation, struck by love. So for others of you, there is a specific energy that you're feeling drawn to outside of this karmic. I don't know whether you've met them or not. Some of you have not even met this person. It's just the energy, okay? It's you're feeling connected to somebody already, and you are being drawn to that energy, regardless of if you consciously know that you're being drawn to a person or not. That is a specific person for some of you. Whereas for others of you, it's more like, I'm young, I just want to play, I just want to, be a bit of a player and see what's available and live my life before being tied into these big connections that, where I've got to, give my all and commit, basically. I just want to see if we can get any clarification on these two energies here. How will Cancer know this karmic? How will Cancer know this karmic connection, please? The karmic is being shown to us here by the masculine and the dog. So, you may feel very loyal to this person. Maybe that's why you're feeling like you kind of have to or should rebuild this connection. There is a very masculine energy attached to this person, regardless of, their gender. It's they someone that probably um, very non-emotional. They may not show their emotions, very in control of their emotions. They may come across as a very sort of boss type energy. They like to be a little bit in charge and take control of things. They there is a platonic friendship energy there where you maybe that's part of why you're being drawn to this person, because maybe they've been very supportive and you have a loyalty to them because of that. Maybe they have shown that they're a good friend, but a friendship isn't necessarily always a love relationship. It's okay to have people that are just friends there that support you and loyal to you. I just feel as though there's this weird odd sense of loyalty to this person, and it's kind of like, what I'm picking up here actually for a couple of you, the reason that you're so loyal to this connection is because maybe this is baby mama, baby daddy energy. You may have a child with this person, and that's why you're feeling, I have to, I should stay with this person because, you have to, because I've got a child with them. Whereas the dog kind of does show us that, you don't have, especially it's 2024, guys, it's almost 2025. I know from personal experience that you do not have to be with your child's other parent to be a good parent. Being a parent doesn't actually have anything to do with the baby mama, the baby daddy. You can have a co-parenting relationship of some sort. You can have a friendship with that co-parent, but at the end of the day, you don't have to be with somebody to be a parent. Okay, you can be a parent and have a connection with your child very separately to the other parent of that child. Your relationship is with the child, it doesn't have to be with the other parent. Okay? I don't know why some people really don't understand that, and they feel like, oh, I've got a child with that person that I have to have a relationship with them. You don't necessarily have to. As long as you're both putting the child's needs first and putting those two relationships, you're like, I'm a female, so I'll use my own example. As long as I'm putting my relationship with my child and my child's relationship with their father, both of those are important. But that doesn't mean that I have to have a wonderful lovey-dovey relationship with the father. As long as we're both putting the child and our relationship with the child first, it works. Yeah, it's a bit rough sometimes, but it works. Because, at the end of the day, we both want what's best for the child. And what's best for the child, majority of the time, is to have those two relationships. Obviously there's exceptions to every rule, when certain things like safety are taken into consideration. But, you don't have to have a relationship with the other parent to be a parent. I just feel as though that's necessary for someone out there. So, because there is a lot of loyalty between you and that person for some reason here. So, at the end of the day, free will exists. So if you choose the loyal, you want to be supportive and you want to stay loyal to that person, that's your right. Okay. I'm just reading what I'm seeing. Cancer. Okay, show Cancer a little bit of clarification on this energy, the underlying energy. Can we clarify the underlying energy for Cancer, please? Getting that phrase, better the devil you know. So that's why for some of you, you are choosing to stay with this and try to rebuild this karmic relationship, because it's better the devil you know. Because if you follow that underlying energy, we've got the clover here where it feels like it's a risk. It's a chance. It's a risk. and you're kind of like, but it's a risk. I don't know what's going to happen over there. Whereas I know this person already, so it's safe. Better the devil you already know, right? But on that path, we do have the tree and the book. Okay, so that underlying energy, it leads you to healing and growth, looking after yourself, looking after your own needs, taking care of yourself. There is wisdom to be found over there. With both of these two cards, they both refer to wisdom and maturity and growth of self, learning more about oneself. This is kind of like the story of your life. Here with the book energy, it's the unknown though. That's why we see that clover. It's the unknown. It's the risk. It's a risk to take a risk on something. I don't know where it goes and what happens. It's safe over here where I already know this person. So it is a bit risky. We do see, the clover is ultimately a positive energy where, you do have good luck. And if you do take that risk, there is good luck on your side. And this is part of your story for a lot of you here you need the growth and the knowledge from, moving on over to that underlying energy. So I do feel as though quite a lot of you will choose to, go for that underlying energy because, you do feel very drawn to that underlying energy. But we'll have a look here with, what's going on for you with intimacy stuff, emotional and physical. I've got to be careful on YouTube with the sex word, but let's have a look. Cancer, what does Cancer need to know at the moment in regards to intimacy? What's going on for Cancer with intimacy? Yeah, I'm seeing a bit of that fighting, conflicted energy. We have the moon coming through first, followed by the heart. Okay, so your intuition is trying to take you towards, unconditional love and the love that you actually want and deserve here. Your intuition it knows where you need to go, but you do feel very conflicted in regard to that because the moon also holds a lot of emotion, so you are feeling very emotional, and you're kind of like I do feel for a lot of you there's this energy of I just want to be loved, I just want to have love in my life, and just be careful you're not willing to accept things that you deserve more than, because of that. It is just feeling like that. There is a lot of passion and desire coming through here. You do have when it comes to intimacy, there does seem to be the need for you to be, a little bit more emotionally intimate with your partners. So, opening up to them a little bit more, and it's the difference between, having sex and making love. And I feel as though there's a big part of you here, Cancer, that's looking for the making love, whether you admit it or not. All right. There is a big part of you that does need a little bit of that intimacy rather than just the physical stuff. There is a big part of you that just needs to be held, kind of thing. We all have that inner child that needs to be held. We also see the mountain coming through. So, you do have some blockages when it comes to intimacy. You do sort of have some challenges that you're kind of, and for a lot of you, it's this. Because some of you aren't admitting that you need this, or that you're not getting what you want in that sort of sense. The love and the intimacy just isn't quite what you want here, and it's creating some blockages, some obstacles, a bit of a challenge for you, to I do feel as though for some of you it's kind of like you're just feeling very conflicted about what you really want here. Your intuition's trying to drag you one way, your brain's trying to drag you another, your sense of loyalty and your brain trying to, I've got to do this, I've got to, you're kind of telling yourself what you have to do, rather than listening to your intuition. And that is creating some blockages for you. So, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if you are having a little bit of physical trouble at the moment when it comes to intimacy. All right. Like, you know, whatever that means for you, you may just be having a little bit of trouble reaching the height of that, um, or finding the desire within you for that. Some of you may just be, you know, it's because you're just a little bit blocked and confused just within your own self what you truly want here. So, you know, it's kind of like once you know, it kind of feels as though, you know, regardless of whether you're going to, you know, rebuild this karmic relationship or you're going to explore that underlying energy, it's kind of like you do need to kind of make a choice, make a conscious choice, and sort of put it out there to the universe. I am making this choice and seeing where that takes me. So, you know, that other energy, whether the other energy, you know, whichever of the other energy, I need that to clear out so I can just focus on this one specific choice I'm making, you know, so that we can go from there and you know, work it out as we go from, you know, whichever direction you're choosing here. So it does feel like there's a little bit of energy of you needing to sort of make a little bit of a conscious choice of like, you know, am I going to stick it out? Am I going to rebuild this? I'm going to try, you know, and if you are, give it your all. Give it your all. Maybe it's possible to rebuild that and turn that from a karmic relationship into a more soul connected relationship. It's always possible, guys. You know, free will and affirmations and love, you know, love can win the day, right? So if you truly love that person, maybe it's worth being persistent and working on it. But for others of you, you just need to be a little bit honest with yourself. And you know, if you want to go elsewhere, you need to just choose that and actually make that decision rather than just hoping and, you know, kind of sabotaging the relationship and just because it kind of feels like some of you may be trying to force the other person to make the choice for you. All right, so you need to be careful with that. And you need to sort of think about it a little bit there, Cancer. But is there any specific people wanting to message our Cancer with love messages? Any love messages from anyone towards our Cancer? Any specific messages for Cancer with love? Here's your confusion, Cancer. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. I don't know which way to go. I don't know where to start. Thinking about it and working out what you truly want and deserve. That's where to start, Cancer. And these are coming through as this is a clue for you of where to start, Cancer, because for some of you, these two are referring to the feelings you have towards the karmic, and for others of you, this is someone else in your energy that you feel this towards. So I feel like you know, does this, just ask yourself, does this resonate with the person, you know, the karmic? Does this resonate with the person I'm trying to rebuild things with right now? Is this how I feel about that person? The heat between us is intense. Do you feel intense heat? Do you feel drawn to this person? Do you feel, you know, a strong desire, physical desire towards this person? You're so different from everyone around me. Does that person, are they just like everybody else? Are they boring? Are they, you know, do they feel like this is someone, this is an experience I'm ever going to have ever again. I'm never going to meet anybody like this ever again. Are they uniquely yours? I want to say they're Cancer. So different from everyone around you. Is that this person or is that somebody else's energy that you're feeling coming through? All right, Cancer. So that's what we have for you. I know that sort of still leaves us with a lot of questions, but you are more than welcome to check out your other placements. This close to the full moon, it is, wise to check the sun and moon placements, as well as maybe your Venus placement, for love specifically. But that's what we have today. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all again soon.